Hello fellas, today I'll be reviewing the San Diego Comic-Con 2018 NECA Predator Rick Hawkins action figure. This is a pretty sought after figure, I'd say. It's the first time that we're getting a non-Dutch character from the Predator franchise by NECA, and that is something to write home about, I think. We've pretty much gotten most of the team members from Alien and Aliens, minus Ash and a few others, but nothing from Predator. Where are they? So, I believe the reason they made this guy here is because this man, Shane Black, who plays Rick Hawkins, is directing The Predator, which comes out September 14th of this year, 2018. But anywho, I think that's enough backstory. I'm pretty excited to have this figure. Love the look of this guy, and they did a fantastic job. But before we take a look at him in proper, let's put him back here. And let's take a look at this box, which is, it's nothing fancy. Says Rick Hawkins there. Nice image of the figure. Got that, the background of how the Predator sees. And there's the sides of the box. It's the 30th anniversary, apparently. I was just informed. Da-da-da. And here's the back, and there are all those other Dutches and Predators. Look at them, so many of them. And, man, yeah. So there's a bio. If you want, you can pause and read that. But anywho, the figure. He is really awesome. I gotta say, I'm going to set this box down here. I really like him. And you know what? Something I forgot to do is this. We got to give you guys a 360 view of the figure. And like I said, he's really, really cool. I like him a lot. I think the way they sculpted the outfit was really impressive. Especially how they sculpted these folds at the top of the boots, because they do tuck in. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it's especially unique because he has this backpack as well, which is awesome. I haven't tried removing it, but I'm fairly certain you can remove it. I don't know if I want to try, because I'd want to leave him with the backpack, but regardless, I'm fairly certain you can. The hat, however, is not removable. You can just tell, trust me. You can go ahead and try if you want, but anywho, let's get a closer look on this guy. He comes with a couple accessories here. He comes with a knife, which is pretty cool looking. It's a silver blade, black grip, definitely nice looking. And I'm wearing gloves because it just helps with the exposure. I notice, especially when I'm holding accessories, it just balances out really well and focuses on this. It doesn't make it too bright. So that's nice. So it's a nice little knife that, he was holding right here in his little hand. You can just place that back in there. It doesn't hold the best in this hand, really. One sec. Come on. Well, you guys get the point. He also comes with this gun, which is also pretty cool. I like it. Not really sure what type of gun it is. Definitely let me know down in the comments below what you think it is or know what it is. But yeah, so, I like the silver paint here where it connects with the strap. That's really nice. The magazine is not removable, unfortunately, but it has some really nice paint applications. They got some silver scrapes and scuffs all throughout the gun. It's very small and hardly noticeable. You gotta really be looking at it like I am right now to even tell. And I thought for a second the stock could extend, but I guess it can't. But anyway, there you go with that. He comes with one more weapon. You gotta lift up his arm, and there it is in the holster. It's just a standard pistol. Again, I don't know what kind of gun this is, but it's really nice looking. I like it. A nice black grip. They actually sculpted in the you can feel that grip. It's very bumpy, which is cool. And they used, looks like silver paint with like a very, very slight tint of black wash, but nonetheless, it looks good. So, there you go. Alright, the figure itself. You know, I kind of want to remove this backpack, but I don't want to at the same time. But yeah. Alright, let us start at the head, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust my camera really quick for you guys because the head is really impressive. I like it. Alright, there he is. So he has his glasses on, which are not removable, and they're glued quite tightly onto his head. These don't seem like they're going to be popping off anytime soon. Sure, they are a little wiggly, but really, they're not going to pop off. And he has some nice paint applications. I do like the, you know, the camouflage paint that he has going on either side of his cheek. And what I notice is that it's not a mirror image of each other. The detail of the camouflage is different on either side, which is nice. And you got some like tan color surrounding it, which is pretty cool. Try and get an even better look. You can kind of see his teeth in there. It's sculpted fairly well. For something that small, it's awesome. You got a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow. Eyebrows, it's okay. You know, they're just basically some black stripes, but I can actually tell there's a little bit of molding in there to see like the individual strands, so that's a nice attention to detail. At first I was like, but now that I take a look at it, it's actually nice. Yeah, so he has his ears there, and the back of his head is sculpted nicely. You could see the hair there, and his camo hat, which, again, pretty good looking. I like all those colors. And there's no bleeding. It's really nice looking. So, NECA did a good job, just like they did a good job on all their Dutch figures, which, you know, I'll show here in a little bit. And as far as this looking like the actor, yeah, it pretty much looks like the actor. I think, I don't know, maybe just because I know Arnold's face more, I could tell it's him, but I really think it looks like him. So, anywho, now for the rest of the figure, which is just as impressive. So, I could talk about a lot here, couldn't I? There's just a lot to talk about. I mean, look at all those straps and those buckles. A really nice attention to detail, especially the fact that on the buckles, you could tell there's actually some scuffs and some scrapes. So, you know, he's been running around in this thing through the jungle. He's been, you know, slamming into trees. His outfit isn't, you know, straight out of the cleaners or, you know, the manufacturing company with the, you know, the buckle. He's dirty, which is kind of what you want, you know, for a military guy like this. And look at all those, you know, different shades of brown, black, tan, some bits of green. It's just really nice. You got a black shirt underneath there, which is pretty awesome. Like how the collar is sculpted, how this side is, you know, kind of pretty much symmetrical, while this one is kind of lousy. It's slopping, or sloping down a little bit, which is nice. And, you know, just all these different pieces. It's just nice. And his arms here again with the camo colors. His gloves here, you know, sculpted nicely. Got some, you can see the straps and whatnot, and looks like it's actually stitched on the fingernails. So that's pretty cool looking. And, you know, one thing I noticed is, and it's kind of cool, so you can actually see more skin on the wrist than I think you do here. Yeah. So it looks like, that's kind of cool. This sleeve is pushed down more than this one, so that's kind of cool looking. It's honestly more realistic. His backpack, again, sculpted very nicely. Obviously, you know, well, I'm assuming this is like a rollway, or not a rollway, but, you know, to sleep under the stars. I really couldn't tell you, but it's campy type of stuff, you know. Got these two wires hooked into the back here. Couldn't really tell you what those are for. I apologize. I may just be ignorant in that. Got his holster here. Pretty cool looking as well. And moving down on the figure, there's his pants. You can actually, this is pliable material, so you can see a belt underneath there. This is confusing because why is his shirt green up there but black up here? Oh, shh, NECA, you screwed up. It's okay, we're good. You know, so you got all these different types of pockets and stuff on the pants. Pretty nice cargo pants, I'd say. Some nice stitching. Got the, like, this U-shaped line, or like line of stitching there. Joints are hidden pretty nicely. Got the boots, which again, painted nicely, like that color of brown they used. Got the laces there. Are the laces brown? I feel like the laces wouldn't be brown, but I haven't watched the movie in a while, and I don't really remember, and honestly, I wouldn't even pay attention. But, yeah, so this guy comes jam-packed with a ton of detail. NECA worked really super-duper hard on this guy. I may be praising him just because I'm so glad to have a Predator figure that's not Dutch. You know, don't get me wrong, I love Dutch, I love the character, I love Arnold more than anything, but how many figures have we had of this guy? I mean, whew. So, yeah. There you go with that. Anywho, let's, I guess, go ahead and show you some comparisons before we get into articulation. I did pull off the shelf last year's NECA Predator exclusive. I didn't bring any of his accessories with me, but here is last year's Dutch exclusive, which I reviewed on my channel. Just go search that. Should be in the playlist, San Diego Comic-Con 2017. For more reference, I do have him here next to a standard Predator, if I'm not mistaken. This is Python. So, and looks like they're about the same height. Maybe he's a tiny bit shorter. Really can't tell you if that's accurate or not. You know, just couldn't tell you. For more reference, I do have a standard Marvel Legends figure right here. You got Red Skull right there. So, yeah. And if you want even more comparison, I have a typical Bandai Power Ranger right here. So, I know those are kind of random, but hey, there you go with that. So, he's in pretty good scale, I'd say. Honestly, I don't care what height he is compared next to Arnold over here. As long as he's a lot shorter than the Predator, I am set to go. I will tell you that much. Alright, let us get into articulation. And again, he comes jam-packed with it. As would practically any NECA figure, I'd imagine. Alright, the head can look up, you know, fairly well. Can look down that much. It's on a ball joint, so it can do what you need it to do and rotate the full 360. Just be sure when you're articulating the head not to grab those glasses. The arms can rotate fully. It'll go out that much, in that much. A single jointed elbow right there can go the full 360 as well. The wrists, it looks like the wrists are on a ball joint, so they can rotate fully, as well as, you know, wobble any way you need it to wobble. Now I'm kind of wondering what's going on here. Yeah, because this is a very pliable rubber material, so it can go forward about that much and back that much, not a whole lot, and, you know, can do what basically you need it to do. The legs, very similar to Dutch's. Can go forward that much, back that much. I love how they made this a pliable rubber material, so you can articulate it more. And he can basically do the splits, and there's a better look at his joints. I know you're looking at his wiener, but, you know, that's what you get from the articulation section. Thigh rotation, single jointed knee, and it can move left and right. Can do the 360 as well. The boot, again, similar to Dutch's. It can go, you know, forward and back, and it can do a pretty solid ankle pivot. So I don't know why you would have him this kind of a crazy pose, but, well, I mean, yeah, if he's fighting the Predator, yeah. You can have him in some pretty nice poses. I'm not trying to do anything super impressive on camera right now, but there you go. That's good. I like that. That's fine with me. All right. So that, I think, trying to think if I missed anything. Oh, I did miss something. Oh, it appears in this video the alpaca will not be making an appearance because I left him upstairs. We are alpaca-less here on my channel. That is a first. I apologize for that. But I assure you, he will be making a return. He is just taking a bath. That is okay. Anyways, guys, I'm going to just, put his accessories back, because he is going back on display with his buddies. That one problem I have is that his finger doesn't really go into the trigger too well. I feel like the finger needs to be a little longer. Maybe that's just on my copy. I don't know, but yeah. Put this guy back in the holster. Easier said than done. And I thought he had a holster for his knife. I could be wrong. I guess he doesn't have a holster for his knife. I'm looking around the figure. I don't really see it. If I'm missing it and it's just right in front of my face, please let me know. And I'm trying to see, can I actually remove the backpack, or is it, looks like it's connected to, because, like, look in there. One sec. I feel like it's connected with something there, so you can't really remove it. I'm not going to try. I'm really not. You probably can remove it, but I'm not going to take my chances, because A, I don't really need it to come off, and B, last thing I want to do is break the figure, because I don't really want to go hunting for another one of these. And I don't know if this is going to be released, to retail stores, and this knife does not want to be held, but hopefully it is. If NECA's smart, they will do that. I trust they will. But we are going to find out for certain, I suppose. Anywho, fellas, I think that'll practically wrap up today's review. The first of the Comic-Con 2018 exclusives reviews. Do I recommend this figure if you are able to purchase it? Yes. If you are a Predator fan. Because this guy isn't, the most sought after character. I mean, I would have rather had a Billy or a Dylan, but he's still cool. And he's still part of the team, and I'm fairly certain he was the Predator's first kill in '87. So you need him. You do need him if you are a Predator fan. And if you want to start building that team, this guy is a necessity. And he's a really good figure. I mean, it is to NECA's standards, so there is nothing wrong with this guy. And I'm not sponsored by NECA. I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is, complete honesty. This is a good figure. Could he be better? Of course he can. But he's really, really good. Alright, go check out the Sanctuary on Facebook, as well as all of the content creators of the Sanctuary, all of which are linked down below in the description provided. And with that said, fellas, if you did enjoy this video, like it, share it, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. And I'll see you guys in my next video.